Hey guys, this is Mr. Grice for Algebra 1, Chapter 5.3 Notes. Today we're talking about writing a slope-intercept equation when given 2 points. Our learning target today is to be able to write slope-intercept equations with lines when given 2 points. So, Part 1, Review. Write the slope-intercept equation of a line that is parallel to y equals 2/5 x minus 1 and goes through the point negative 2, 8. So, in this equation, we're going to be using this formula. The y minus your y equals the slope, parentheses x minus your x. But you might say, Mr. Grice, they never gave us a slope. They gave us a point to use, but they didn't give us a slope. Well, they did, okay? And we're looking at parallel. Parallel means same slope. So when we plug into the equation, that's going to be the slope that we're going to use, okay? So our slope is 2/5, all right? And then we put the y where the y goes and the x where the x goes, okay? That turned to a positive 10 because it's negative, and two negatives make a positive. All right, so we need to distribute, and we get y minus 8 equals 2/5 x plus 4, okay? Now, in your calculators, what you should do right there, mine's going to be just a little bit different, but I'm multiplying 2/5 times 10, okay? Now to get the y by itself, we add 8 to both sides, and you get y equals 2/5 x plus 12. All right. Write the slope-intercept equation of a line that is perpendicular to negative 3x plus 7 and goes through negative 6, negative 4. Okay, so when we're talking about a perpendicular slope, we want the opposite reciprocal. So if it's negative 3, opposite would be positive, and reciprocal would be 1/3. Okay, and then we're going to be using the same exact equation. We know that it's 1/3 x minus, and let's start plugging in our points. Positive 4 and positive 6. We have to distribute the 3, 1/3 x plus 2. And you would be doing the same exact thing as we did in that other one. You're doing 1/3 times 6, okay? The y is not by itself yet. We have to subtract 4 to both sides, and we get y equals 1/3 x minus 2. All right, hopefully that's a good review for you. Because today we're adding a step. When asked to write an equation in slope-intercept form, and you are only given 2 points, the first step is to find the slope. Okay, and that's when we're using the slope formula, y minus y2, x1 minus x2, okay? And then you would pick a point and plug in to y minus your y equals slope x minus your x, okay? So there's 2 things that we have to do for each one of these. First, slope. Remember that y's go on the top, 3 and 7, and the x's go on the bottom, 2 and 4. All right, so 3 minus 7 is negative 4. 2 minus 4 is negative 2, which means our slope is 2. Okay, now we're going to plug into the equation. Our slope is 2. And you can use any point you want. It doesn't matter. Let's use the first one. Okay, so 3 and You get y minus 3 equals 2x minus 4. Make sure you distribute to everything. Add 3 to both sides. And we get y equals 2x minus 1. And there you go. It's not too difficult, was it? All right, let's try another one. So the first thing we need to do is find the slope. Y is on the top. X is on the bottom. 5 minus 2 gives us 3. Negative 4 minus 2 gives us negative 6. So our slope is negative 1/2. So there's the first part. Negative 1/2 x minus. Okay. And you can pick any point you want to. If you want to avoid negatives, avoid negatives. I'm just going to pick the first one. Okay. So there's the y. There's the x. Okay. Y minus 5 equals negative 1/2 x. And then that gives us negative 2. If you add 5 to both sides, you get y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. Might be like, well, Mr. Grice, I used the other point. How do I know we're going to get the same answer? Well, let's find out. So that'd be y minus 2 equals negative 1/2 x of x minus 2. Okay, so y minus 2, when you distribute, you should get plus 1 over there. Add 2 to both sides, and voila, negative 1/2 x plus 3. Okay, so we're talking about the same equation. So if it's got a slope, it's got to go through both of those points. So no matter which one you pick, you're going to get the same answer. Okay? All right. So that's actually it for the notes through today. Okay, the rest of that was in-class practice. But let's just go through a couple of these, just so you can practice. Let's start with 2. Let's find the slope first. And then we'll start to plug into the equation. Y minus it equals. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video and let's see how you guys do. Okay, so when you plug everything in your slope, you should end up getting negative 1/2. Now, when picking the points, I picked the point 0, 4 because 0 was in there. I knew something was going to cancel out, so that made it just a little bit easier for me to do. Okay, add 4 to both sides, and you get y equals negative 1/2 x plus 4. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at 7 and 8, because both of those have asterisks on them, so that means there's got to be something kind of special about them. So, first thing, find the slope. Okay, 2 and negative 5 go on the top, and then 8 minus 8. When we do our slope, we get 7 over 0. Ooh, and that gives us undefined. Now remember that that's a special equation right away. Look at that. And we should know that this is an equation where x equals 8. Okay, because that's a vertical line. All right, number 8. Finding the slope. Your y's go on top. X is on the bottom. And you get 0 over 22, so that's a 0 slope. Taking a closer look at that, oh, my y's are the same, so that's a y equals 4 graph. Okay, so You just got to pay attention when you get undefined or zero, because that's going to be a special case. Okay? All right, well, that's it for Algebra 1, Chapter 5.3 Notes. If you have any questions, please come see Ms. Carranza or myself, because we would love to help you out. Thanks for watching, guys.